Howdy, folks. So there's just a couple of you. We'll wait till I'm not. I don't like starting with nobody in the room yet. Some people do. They just start talking right away. Hello, Mary. Very strange. That showed up on StreamYard side, but not. Oh, there it goes on the YouTube side. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to address is Under the Dome's video and us. We've been kind of friends for a couple months, and then she just went nuts. Is all I could say. Some of that stuff was pretty old in there too, taken out of context, chopped just right. And it wasn't. I mean, I did say every one of those things, but I didn't say them like that. That's what I'm saying. And I really don't know what caused her this time to just flip out. Normally, she actually gets attacked or something. I've seen that, but anyway, she did, and so we'll answer questions if people have them, and we'll try and handle some of the main ones. Hey, Super Serial. Okay. I hope well, first of all, in this video, it was all private texts, and I was talking about someone else that I really shouldn't. I mean, I should have at that point just walked away. Um, but she started saying that Michelle was a liar to me and accusing Michelle of being a liar. And she started doing what I've always seen Kansas City lights do, picking out these things that are not lies but didn't happen. She didn't choose this one, but Kansas will say she was going to go on KK's show. She had a wardrobe malfunction, therefore she lied about ever wanting to go on the show. No, things happened. That's not a lie. And this is the sort of stuff Sarah was nitpicking at. I guess one point she was asking that she was told Richard was going to go after her. Turns out Richard didn't. A lot of that is because Michelle asked him not to. I didn't know that when I was there, and I said that's not a lie. Just because he didn't doesn't mean he's not gonna. And then there was a point where I do write the line, of course she lies, everyone does, but that was I was talking about those white lies that I tell, you tell, everyone tells that aren't lies, but they're not the truth, if that makes any sense. She had asked about a couple of those things that were just really not lies, not truths, and I was just sick of it. I should have just walked and said, I don't want to be this person's friend. They're nuts. I should have known that about her because I've seen her be nuts. That's my mistake. I thought, just saying, well, of course we all lie was the right answer, which is what I said we all do. I said she does, we all do, which was, I mean, I have no excuse for saying that other than I feel everyone, including myself, I said I included me, everyone tells, not exactly lies, but what they were calling these hair splitters, is what I'd call them. That those are you start splitting hairs enough, eventually you can technically call it a lie, and that's what she was doing. That's what other people do. So the video got made, and it hurt. It was hurtful. It was mean. It's caused problems, and I have no you know I just want to address it now. Ask anybody if they have questions now, because that's why that was said. I don't believe she's a liar. I do believe that things that are not true get said, and that's not lying. It means, like I'm going to go to the store, but then you run out of gas. That's not a lie. It just turns out that it's not true. You didn't go. If that makes sense, you know, those are the sort of things that Kansas picks on consistently. And Dome was picking at. All she wanted to do was get it. I realize that now, was she wanted to just get me saying that. And I said it when the couching with everybody does it, but it was a goal. I do strongly believe that it was a goal of hers to just cause a riff, because it just out of nowhere it happened. The way she just turned on me, and that was not then. It was just the other day. Just turn in text. She just suddenly decides that my entire purpose there was to get information from her to give to Richard, and that's just nuts. And I told her it was nuts, and she said, "I'm not, new to this stuff, and you're a horrible guy. All guys are horrible. I knew it. I knew." And she just went off on that sort of stuff, and I hadn't heard from her again. It came out of the blue, which was strange. But, well, anyways, I don't know if I mean, I'd like to go more, but I don't want to rehash the same exact things. I wasn't going to do this. I figured I would just ignore stuff because she's meaningless to me after, the blow up. And she made some videos about me. She just means not, I could care less or could not care less or whatever. When she put my face on something, it was weird. It's just stupid stuff she does. And I'm just as well not talking to her. But yeah, that's how that came to be. If anyone actually thinks that I think Michelle is a liar, uh, please ask, because I really didn't say it in that way. And if you really saw the whole conversation, I don't think you would think that either. Um, I even went on to say I lie. I lie on YouTube. I do. You know, Howie's not my name. I will put out videos. I did a video of a root beer where I, pretended to pee on the root beer. I didn't pee on the root beer. That was a water bottle. It's a lie. I lie on YouTube. I make things up for artistic expression. Um, and you could say that she lies when she says that that's it, or her, sometimes she'll have titles that are clickbaity, um, which is fine. That's what you do. Those aren't lies to me. I mean, they're technically lies, but they're not lies. When I say, like tonight is dressing a video, it looks like there's no Q&A going. No one's asking questions. Did I lie? Did I lie that there's going to be a Q&A? I guess so, because there isn't one. And, in the course of that, that's how that came out to be. I wish someone would talk so I'd have something to address now. I'm rehashing this over and over. So no questions, no concerns. Um, I'm just going to end it then and say at no point do I say I'm right. Um, I would hope I could be forgiven, but I don't expect it. I should not have, ever let her become even a minor piece of conversation. But it happened. It happened, and I really should have walked as soon as someone else became the conversation. Knowing what I know about her and knew about her and everything, forget it. I should have left Sarah right away. I've not even tried to be a friend. And that's all, but it was nice having someone to talk to. That's kind of about it. Yes. What started her in that one? I guess she was talking um, to Pandora, and Michelle. I guess she had a message from Michelle saying something, and she wanted to know about Richard going at her. Hello, Jason. And that's what started it. I know you have. I honestly don't believe I betrayed you, but I really don't. I believe I was defending you, and I got used. That's what I think happened. But that's I can't make us all have the same perspective. Like I was saying, I don't know if you heard the earlier part. I should have the minute she brought up you, even though it was in the context of you talking to her about me and stuff. Um, I should have just said, "Screw you, Sarah. You're a pain in the ass. You've been a pain in the ass. Um, I don't need it. He's gone." I hit him right away. I don't know how you still see him there. Miller's hidden. I'll even get rid of him. Get rid of him just to make sure that's done. But I really don't want him around anyhow. No, he's in timeout. I can't do anything about it, I guess. Huh. Okay. I do believe there was some setups there. I do believe that this was intended. Um, I do. I do believe the wedge between us is one of the goals, has been a goal for 8 months, 9 months, maybe more, maybe a year. And they've finally found a way to do it. That's what I consider to be what happened. But I still don't excuse myself for saying something stupid, for doing dumb things. I mean, I word things wrong. I word things wrong all the time, though. I'm always having to go back and correct how I word things, and that's not an excuse for wording things wrong. Yeah, she is. She's gone too. She's gone. Um, yeah, and I guess the fact that Richard didn't go after her meant it was a lie. That's the way she works. That that's that seems to be her mindset. And she did seem to be changing and coming around. One of the things she left out, I would like to point out, has nothing to do with this. She did make sure she clipped the part where I said I never really liked Richard. It's true. I said that. And I hadn't really liked Richard. What she left out was the part where I said, Richard has really changed a lot in the last few months. And I'm going to give him a chance. You should too. He's really been, I've seen a lot of good changes in him, and I think I might like him, and that I'm giving him a chance now. She cut that out. She got a lot of stuff out from those conversations. She found the bad things I said, and And I just reread the conversations, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go do that whole making a video again. I mean, I trust my friends to know that that's what was said, and if you want to see screenshots privately, no problem. But yeah, there was stuff. It was, like I've always said, when you show a conversation and do it like that, all jumpy back and forth and fading in and out, you're hiding something. Better than what? Archie? No, I like Archie better. Yes, Richard is. I do think Richard is a lot better. I more than tolerate him. All we really say is hi still, so that's what it's at. That's fine with me. Um, we don't have a lot to say to each other, I don't think either. Not that it's bad. It's just a few jokes and a hi, and yeah, he's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I'll even go that far. And that is a big move for me from back in September. And I have, that was one that she did show a little bit. We were talking about Richard. I couldn't believe that one because I started asking her, what it is. What did Richard do that has you so enraged? She doesn't remember. And that was pretty recent, and I'm like, oh God, I'm dealing with a real whack. But well, thank you, Jason. But yeah, she didn't remember. Like you're just like I'm just mad at him, and I'm gonna stay mad at him. And that's not normal. And that's when that was one of the more recent ones where I'm like, uh-oh, I'm not dealing with I mean, I know going in with her, she's not normal. She's got issues. But that was one of the ones where you're just like, ooh, you don't remember why you're mad, but you're just going to stay mad. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Um, Actually, you're probably right. I would probably agree. And once I've heard more about him and gotten to know him better, yes, I agree. See, I'm not going to read that out loud so he doesn't get to hear it. So I'll leave this up in case anyone missed the beginning and any of my explanations. I'll sit here and talk as long as people want to talk, but I don't think I have a whole bunch more to explain. Um, and for me, I thought I met a friend. I didn't, and that person caused me a lot of hurt instead. That really sucks, and not even between us, the person and myself, which is normally how that happens. Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and well, I guess I'll call it a good night. Uh, Not yet. I was just ending it. Why do I think it was a setup? Because she's too friendly with certain people over there, and it was too easy when she got her goal. The attack at the end was, I mean, some of this stuff was said over time. It was all put together, mixed up. There wasn't a lot of discussion about anybody, honestly. We really didn't talk, like I've said, we really talked a lot about flea markets, things that she collects, things comics, hobby, really stupid stuff. I mean, it was really, based on that. And she found all that stuff and put it in one video that the end, when she decided I'm done, when she's done with me, was because I could find it again where she comes up with her conclusion. But she said she knew it all along. I was sent here just to get information for you and Richard, and that's all I was doing. And I said, no, that's ridiculous. Why do you think that? And what was it she said? It was weird. It was really weird. It was like I asked someone, and they didn't answer, and and so what other conclusion can you come to? It was something minor. It was weird. It's like that's what I mean, in her videos of you, yeah, yeah, she's gonna do that. And I said the Richard one was the easiest to show after I said I've never really liked Richard. It's easy to show that the next thing I typed that's gone is but. Um, and there was points. No, you did not. Nobody sent me anywhere to learn anything about anybody. No one wanted to know anything about her. I didn't even want to know anything about her, really. I had no interest in where she went to high school, who her math teacher was, nothing. Just the stuff that we had in common was interesting to me. I mean, all she just said it in comments that she used to go to gun shows with her dad, and she loved looking at the gun shows. And I had asked her, "What did your dad sell?" Army memorabilia. And, oh, that's cool. I've never dealt with army memorabilia. Da 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 da. That was our conversations. And I don't see how that was leading to me finding out who she really is. You did, and I didn't think I was. I mean, I didn't give her anything that I felt was sensitive, but she did use a little bit that she had to still come at me. If that makes sense. And I never trusted her. Um, I guess not. I guess I didn't because I trusted her enough to keep talking to her, not knowing. So, of course, I took that as don't trust her. She didn't have my address. She didn't have, that sort of stuff. Wasn't going to do that. Wasn't going to give her anyone's names, anything like that. And there's Kansas. There he is, off the record. Drama going. Well, I'm not keeping it going. Um, it was started today, and I did think she was doing better. She seemed to. Like I said, she tricked me, I guess. You know, when I thought she was getting better, I didn't think she was becoming more trustworthy. She just didn't. She wasn't talking about anything other than anything. You know, the movie they saw. Her mom came over to visit, and they watched a movie, and that didn't seem like much of a thing to worry about. I don't see why he would think I'm real life a good dude. The only times he's talked to me in real life is to call me a dick. So I don't, I don't know there. Kansas, I just timed you out, so please come on back in uh, and answer some of this if you would like to. Seeing if Kansas comes back. Otherwise, and I'll answer question. Again, I still don't know what more to actually say. This is why I'm terrible at these. There he is. Well, that would be incorrect statistically, Kansas. Absolutely incorrect. My channel doubled in size a year ago. But that's not what Michelle would have. Let me get the question. There you go. So, yes, she's the reason you say that. Is that what you're saying? Because we're not talking about my channel here. You're the one who always said you had the proof, though. So, who told you first, Kansas? You were saying it pretty early on before too many people were talking. That's not the question, Kansas. I don't give a crap how many views my video got. I don't care. I put up the videos to put up the videos, not to please you. Now answer Pandora's question. I think it was. That's what I was kind of getting at. There weren't too many people talking to us. Anyone that knew me and would have known Kansas, that's it. Spoof. Well, Kansas hasn't cleared you. He could. Kansas can look at my views every day if he wants. I really don't care. And I knew Crazy Spoof before you, unfortunately. And I knew Dome before I knew you. So, you know, you didn't do any of those. Yeah. Actually, yeah, it is a little weird, Kansas, to be going back 2 weeks ago and looking at my numbers. 'Cause that's not going to be on the first page. And it's a little weird. A little stalkery. Not stalking heavy, but a little stalkery. A little weird. I don't think we have a strong comeback there. Oh, hey, Shadow. Um, God, since you've been around, yeah, a lot has happened. Okay. Stream hasn't ended yet. I'm still here. I just had nothing to say for a second, which is kind of why my streams are so exciting, and I get 16 people listening to me do nothing. Okay. Hello, LB. So does the did the link work or no? No. Oh, that's not Super, LB. Oh, Super's up there. Just zero. That's Shadow. That just said hi to you too.
Hey Howie, what's up?
Hey, not too much. I did not age restrict this. I forgot who's here. Just a second.
Oh, I don't know. Hey LB.
Shadow's here. In the
Shadow.
Shadow. Pandora's Shadow.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't see it.
He's just 02, but with a pumpkin head.
Hmm. Just do it when you get off of here.
That's okay. I got it. Go ahead.
First of all, did you block Miller? I don't want to be in here if Miller's going to be talking.
Yes, he's blocked.
I don't want anything to do with him.
Well, he was. I timed
It
him, and
did tell
then
me.
it wouldn't.
It did tell
Um,
me.
sorry. Go ahead.
It did take me a minute to get the link to work, though. I don't know why. Go ahead.
Everything's slow. It takes a while when I hit the timeout or anything for it to happen.
Yeah. Let me plug up the thing.
But it's up to you. We're not planning on
The
getting back to you.
earbuds.
Yeah. But yeah, I timed out Miller. Um, and then I went to just completely boot him, and it wouldn't let me while he was timed out, I guess. So if he comes back, he's getting booted.
Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere that he is because I just don't
I
want
don't
anything to
blame you.
do with them. Um, Spoo said something about airing things out our business on here. Well, no, that's what Sarah done under the dome. So I guess
Yeah.
that's what you were talking about. And I don't know, Howie. I just think that you might have went too far with that. I don't know. It really bothers
I
me.
I know. And I should know better because I don't like it if you even just mention that I'm, going to
Hmm.
get gas. So,
Yeah, I know. So,
so I should have known better. I'm
but
not.
you said it. You said that you thought it was a setup. What do you mean by that? Because then all these clowns started coming in the chat, and that's what they are, is clowns.
Uh-huh.
So
I think that was her goal was to find something to get us fighting about.
I'm not fighting with you. I haven't fought with you about anything.
Not fighting, fussing, whatever, anything to drive that wedge. I think that was a goal of theirs. I'm positive.
Who are they, though?
They, the anti-analyzer crowd.
Oh, so is that possibly why Kansas is in here and spoofed to just see if I'm mad at you or
I
something?
have no idea what will bring them in.
Well, they are the anti-analyzer people.
Yeah,
Is that really LB?
I
Yes,
think
it
it is.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure LB because we got like a porn person that runs it around late at night,
Me.
and not you.
I'm not the porn person. Come on.
Well, it's Richard, but he's 99 now, so
It's
you know.
past his bedtime. I'm trying to fall asleep, but here I am.
Yeah, I have to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning,
I've been
but
sick today. I haven't been feeling well, so I've just been home all day.
what's going on?
Tummy ache. I don't know.
Sometimes it happens, Green Clyde. Sometimes it happens.
I don't know, Howie. Maybe it was a setup, but I hope Sarah is listening because there was 2 nights that she and I both chatted together, and maybe she was playing me. I don't know, but anyway, she was. I feel like I comforted her, and then the other night, I feel like she comforted me, and I feel like we both had a little something that where we understood one another, and like where we were coming from.
Uh-huh.
And it had nothing to do with you two. Trust me. And I'm not going to say what it was because, well, that was real. That was
Yeah.
real things. So, and I like that person. I like that person. So,
I hate it when you guys speak in generalities. I don't know who the hell you're
well,
talking
no,
about.
he don't know what we're talking. It was under the dome that I was texting with, and
Oh.
that's who has put
Yeah.
this up today. And how he thinks that she was trying to drive a wedge, and it has driven a wedge, yes, but and he thinks she done it purposely, and I
Well,
don't know about that.
I just think because of the timings and whatnot.
Well, I didn't talk to her as much as you did or as often. I just know. when we did, when I spoke to her about her thing and she spoke to me about my thing, that we kind of related to one another.
Yeah.
So,
I all non YouTube stuff was absolutely normal.
mhm.
Even YouTube stuff was pretty normal. It was really the what was it, Saturday or whatever day, all of a sudden I get the text that says, I know what you've been doing. It was all, you were here the whole time, spying on me. I'm gone. I'm like, and then she was gone.
Yeah. Well,
We fought a little
I
bit
did.
after that. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And
I had
there
nothing
was,
to do with any of that. I just didn't. I I don't know.
that's all. It seemed so, it was such a sudden, I mean, it was something she saw somewhere else, but I couldn't even figure out what it was. But that's the
Yeah.
reasoning, is because it was pretty, like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Either that or she's just kind of, you know, like I always said, volatile. She is very volatile. And she does have her untreated anger issues, which is, you know,
Can you guys even want? Don't you guys even wonder why Spoof is even in here?
Yeah, doesn't she have to go to bed early?
I
Why?
mean, I don't mean to be mean here, but why is she in here, Howie? She
I
don't
don't,
like us. She don't hate
yeah,
what she says.
Well, she's
Someone
hate
just
watching.
donated like 10 minutes, Howie, before you went live. Someone just donated over in that other room again as you and told them that I stream him. Guys, I email with that guy. He knows I streamed him. He's gotten a few extra subs that way. He don't care. You're wasting your money. So now that I just really believe that's her, now that I do see that she's awake and she's in here, I just really do. I don't understand the obsession. She don't like you. She don't like me. She don't like LB. I don't know why her and
and
Kansas are even in here.
it was a few seconds after Kansas, when we said we think it's spoof. Boom,
Hmm.
that's when she showed up.
She
I
was
don't
there
even
the whole
think that was,
time.
yeah, I don't even think, I was gonna say, I don't think that's enough for one of the mystery watchers to get
She
her a
says,
message.
stop saying lies about her. All she done for 5 months was lie about me. That's all she done. She dedicated her whole life to lying about me.
Yeah.
It
And of course,
sucks, don't it, Spoof? It just sucks.
to be on team, that wasn't a lie. When I said I think it's spoof,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean it's spoof. It means I think it's spoof.
Exactly. Why do you think she's in here, LB? For her next video or her next little whatever?
Because she's
Hey, not Jen.
lonely. She's very lonely, isolated. She has nobody. So,
Well, no, I get lonesome too, but I don't go in rooms I don't like people. I do not.
I don't know. Me neither. It's
I
boring.
ain't I ain't in her room listening to her. Like, I just don't do that. I don't know. Hi, not Joan. Shorty, that be racist. What is she saying?
Oh, that LB has such
Can
angry
you
virus.
back? Look at what idiot's saying. Can you back that up?
Oh, God.
They were lies, Kansas. I don't have to prove anything to your big ass. Nothing. You all have never, ever, ever proved anything. Are you really going to take up for her? You were just sitting in here sucking up to Howie because you thought Howie was mad at me. I'm mad at Howie. I don't have to leave her alone, dude. Don't have to. She comes into a room where I am. I don't ever go to her place. Ever.
What would be the point? There's no point going to a room that's somebody you don't like. But there
Right.
she is. She's always following you. Everywhere you go, she's following you. She's
Uh,
obsessed.
Did you see the Har- Hari Krishna thing?
the
No.
what?
She put up a Hari Krishna video. That is the Hari Krishnas out at
Uh-huh.
Venice Beach. I didn't watch it. I just looked at the chat part of it, the comments,
Hmm.
because you can tell it's just the Hari Krishnas for 20 minutes. But
I'm not even sub to her, Howie. I told you done
neither am
sub
I.
for her.
I'm sub to her. I just it
I
popped
don't
up.
look.
That stuff pops
Oh.
up. But I looked and it was someone said, "Oh wow, Captain Content just was down talking to those guys the other day." And Spoof just answered, "I don't watch him." Like, huh.
Whatever.
So you suddenly decided to put the Hari Krishnas from Venice Beach on your channel. Never seen him before. Two
Kansas,
days later,
I don't have to, Kansas. That's the whole glory of it. You guys don't prove anything, so I don't prove anything. Get your flower out and go hang out with her, buddy. Sorry, Howie, go ahead.
no, but that was it. I mean, like, how do you suddenly, like days after it was, and someone's in there saying it was days after. He was just there yesterday. It's a crack up to me.
Mild crackly. My sound on my end is crappy. Can you hear all that going on?
I can hear you. It's still okay. We hear that too, but it's okay.
It
Okay.
sounds so bad. So if it gets really
Do you
bad, I'm gonna hop down.
You're fine. What was you wanting to tell us?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, nothing. I'm just hanging out, waiting for
Oh,
sleep.
that's good.
I slept a whole bunch today. I hope I'm not coming down with anything.
I haven't felt good the last few days either, and I haven't been happy with my behavior either. But that's just is what it is.
I just had a really sick feeling this morning. I just felt, it's like a premonition. And I started off the morning, and I think I texted you early. Said, no, stay off, stay off of YouTube today. It's not looking good. And then there was like, oh my God. Then there was one video. And then there's another video. It's like, holy shit. Then there's 3, 4. No, don't go on YouTube. No, save yourself.
Oh,
Don't
well,
do
they
it.
were
Don't do
doing
it.
it too, so they'd already
Oh,
done their stuff last night, the night
oh,
before. I'm
oh.
just tired of being the floor mat for the whole community. You know,
Well,
I really am.
I understand that.
Are they really friends if I have to beg them to be my friend and keep all these horrible secrets and stuff, and then my chat doesn't even want to talk in my chat because, well, they feel like something nasty's going on. I
Well,
just
I
can't do it
I
anymore.
learned a lot. I had to catch up and go and listen to your replay of your chat before you took it down, and it was enlightening. I learned a lot. I learned a lot. Like, I think I have the answer. I've always been wondering about why somebody would read my emails 150 times over.
Do you get it now?
Yes, I think I have a female stalker. Oh man. So why would he turn
But I
over
never said that
everything?
to you. I never said that. You see, I didn't have to. The thing is I feel bad for Jeff. I really do. And I did for Antonio until he came in tonight trying to take up for her. I was like, dude, you are losing your mind over this woman. He really has.
I know. I think the whole thing needs to be put into a play, and it's going to be called the Nutcracker because she's really got both of their nuts in a vice. Both
I
sets. It's
saw
like,
that Not Joan put up a video, something about ball sack and so I don't know.
Jesus. I
Fornicating
mean,
and ball sacks or something.
she's so
I haven't got
controlling. She's
I
so
haven't
insecure. So insecure. So controlling. Okay, think about it. Think about it. She must
See,
be a
the thing
lovely.
is, though, why is she like that, LB? Because she's a
Well,
pretty lady. Why is
I
she
know.
like that?
Just let me talk. Hold on a second. So
Okay.
here she is. She's a. Let's suppose that she's a lovely lady, very nice lady. She has this one guy who's living with her who absolutely adores her. He cooks for her. He takes care of her. He loves her.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be with her, and he's willing to allow her to get this out of her system so that she can come back to him and they can resume their life together. And then she's got this other guy in another state, not even in the same town, who somehow fell in love with her, adores her, loves her. Same thing. So now she's got two men who love her. And she's still so insecure that she's got to block people in the chat from talking in the one guy's live. She's um has to read his emails and has to she everybody sees it. Everybody sees how controlling and how domineering she is. And we're all just going, oh my God, look what she's doing. Oh my God. And this poor guy is just like, he's so loving to her. He's like, she's my best friend. She listens to me. She's my best friend. And then you think, oh my God, poor Antonio. I mean, look what's going on. And it's just it's the saddest thing ever. And it's this woman has so much control over these two men, and she's terrible to at least the one she lives with. But I don't know, according to what I heard today, she's pretty terrible to Jeff too. So it's like,
I'm not sure I
how
believe
do
Antonio now. Why would he come in taking up for her if all that stuff he said was true? I
so I
don't even
missed that.
know.
I couldn't listen to the whole thing. I was working and I was busy, but I could kept trying to turn in. It's like, no, I gotta listen to this. Like I wanted to hang up on somebody today. No, I gotta go. Oh man, so he came into your chat, and what did he say? I
I
missed
can't
it.
even remember. Did you see it, Howie? He said something about I was worried about her the last couple of days. I
No,
was.
no, I didn't see Antonio. I heard you mention him, but I was
What'd I
driving.
say?
I forget. Hi, Antonio, at
Well,
first, and
you
then he said, "What are you doing coming in here, putting up for her?"
so he's reversing his whole story now. Now he's
I
taking see
guess.
because he still loves her. He's still standing by his woman. He
Well,
is
see, the thing
so in
is,
love with
listen,
her.
LB, remember when he came up on the panel and was saying that it made her be in a better mood. She seemed happier and all that, and he was okay with it.
Well, that's
Well,
what he said on panel, but that's not what he said behind the scenes to you.
exactly. I know. He's been all upset. And I've showed you some of those things
I
too.
know.
And I've even
You
worked.
didn't post the one text that he sent to you that was like, oh holy shit. It
Mm-hmm.
was yeah, you held that one back.
Yeah.
He was upset. He was doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean it's like Miller. Miller's shooting off his mouth and saying he's gonna get a silver bullet. Duh, duh, yeah, duh, you're gonna get a silver. Like he's drunk. He's pissed off. It doesn't mean he's gonna go out and shoot Jeff, but everybody looks at that and say, "Oh, you idiot! Just shut up." So in the heat of the moment, when you're upset, you say stupid things. So I think that Antonio was just angry, rightfully so, but it doesn't mean he's going to go and kill Jeff. And so she's
No, but he
so
did run home to Evelyn and act like he wasn't upset at all, and he didn't know what I was talking about. He did. I don't know how if that's gaslighting, but he did act like I was overreacting.
he's trying to downplay it. He's trying
Mm-hmm.
to downplay it, but he was upset. So here's the thing about these three. They think it's okay for them to come and just do a data dump on you, each one of them individually. They're each doing their downloads. Like, here, you're going to take all this shit. You're going to just listen to my problems. You're going to listen, 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 listen. I'm going to tell you all these secrets. And then they're not even thinking about, okay, what you three are doing is fucked up, really fucked up. If you guys want to fall in love and have a relationship, more power to you. But first, get your fucking divorce. I'm sorry I'm cussing, but this
That's
is who I
okay.
am. Get your divorce. Stop living with your wife. Go get your own life. Evelyn, get out of Antonia's house Start your relationship on an even footing. Be honest with each other and the people that are in your life. You're not doing that. Instead, you're doing a stupid data dump on Pandora, telling her all your dirty secrets. And you think that's moral? You think that's okay to be doing that? I'm personally, no way would I dump all that crap on you, and expect you not to explode with, oh my God, she's telling me all this crap about her life, and of course you're gonna want to relieve this information to one of your close friends and say, oh my God, I don't know what to do. These people are crazy. Here's what's going on. Of course, it's a normal thing to want to discuss it with somebody else because that's too much to lay on your shoulders. It really is. I mean, I probably would be doing the same thing. I probably would explode if somebody laid this on me. And the thing is, you're just too nice to people. For me, I probably would have said, okay, it's more information than I ever wanted to know about you. So please don't tell me anymore because I can't handle it. I would have
Yeah.
been upfront and said, okay, enough. TMI, sorry, we're done. Can't hear anymore. Don't want to know about the bathtub. Don't want to know about the garage thing. And I mean, all these things. Oh, it's just too much. Too much, and it's just not honest. None of them are being honest with each other. And so the latest thing is that she's telling Antonia that she's trying to brush Jeff off, and Jeff's fallen in love with her. He doesn't know this. It's like, so she lying.
She's
So
playing him. Yeah.
she's lying
She's.
lying to Antonio because she really
Mm-hmm.
does love Jeff. She wants
Yeah.
to get rid of Antonio. She's just using him until
She
she
has
can.
nowhere to go right now because she's
Yeah,
unemployed. Yeah.
right. And he's, and Jeff's got another 2 years before he can, get his son into college, and then they can be together. So yeah, I had nailed it. Like on day one, I figured out what was going on. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, he's got to get through his divorce. Divorces are expensive. They're trying to save money and live together, or do the, we're gonna stay together for our son, and then we'll divorce. Some people do that. So maybe that's what they were doing. And then meanwhile, she just figured, well, I'll just go ahead and stay with Antonio until, Jeff is ready for me. That's probably what was going on. It's so dishonorable. Just be an honorable person and say, you know what? I've fallen in love. I can't help it. And do the right thing. Don't leave somebody hanging like that. That's just so unfair.
Mm-hmm.
So unloving. If you love him, be honest with him and say what's going on, but don't carry it and try to do it on YouTube, going on Diane's panel and saying, "Oh, I would, want to get into his inner circle." It's like, "Oh my God." And then, Antonio putting up this false front of, "Oh yeah, everything's fine. I'm a moderator in his chat." Just the craziness of it all. And then for Jeff to get upset with you today and say, well, you crossed the line.
I
Excuse me?
know.
What line? See, how many lines
Oh,
have they crossed with
yeah, that
you?
was pretty
They
ridiculous.
crossed the line of adultery. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
they get it or not, but they did. So did she because he is married. So she crossed it too.
That's right. It's not right. You just don't do these things if you're an honorable person. You start a relationship on even footing. They have no even footing to stand on right now. They're just so she's got a problem. She thinks this is okay. This is not okay. This is not normal behavior. But maybe she was raised that way. Maybe she was raised thinking that having an affair, cheating on your significant other is okay, and having an affair with a married man is okay. That's her moral footing, that she thinks it's okay. I guess there's people out there who think that's correct and legitimate to do. It is not. It is absolutely not. So, it's disgusting. I was really surprised when you told me that, or you announced it, that there were other people in your community that were like, what? No, it's just really bothersome. We don't want to be around, you know. I thought I was the only one who was like just grossed out by their little intimate communications and chat. It just grossed me out. It's like, oh God, And I don't care if people love each other. I'm not a prude. I don't care. But it's just the way they're doing it. It's not loving at all to their significant others. It's not. So
Right.
I'm pretty
Facebook
open
grosses
minded
me
about a
out.
lot of things, but cheating, no, sorry. Wrong is wrong. So I really resented the fact that they're using this as an opportunity to have all your haters come and glom onto this whole thing and, just start picking on you again. It's like, wait a minute. It's okay for them to do all this dumping on you. And then I don't know how you lost it, but I saw you exploding, imploding like the last couple of days. Like, oh
I couldn't take it
shit.
anymore. I just couldn't. I'm not joking. I just, the last couple of days, and then let's just say I'd already known that Howie had said some things before it even got posted, and I just was keeping my mouth shut, and my heart was broken, and I just went nuts.
Mm.
I had
I
said
just,
before that
mm.
if he ever betrayed me on here, I would lose it, and I did. So,
Well, I read
and it's
through
not
it.
his fault. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
I,
all
it didn't
all
seem that bad though. You know, I,
uh
he defended
mm,
you.
mm,
He defended you.
mm.
It wasn't it to me, and maybe I'm wrong, but I what she posted, it didn't. He actually was being kind. Oh, I hate using that word. I'm never going to use that word
I
again.
know.
He was actually being
No,
pretty
yeah,
generous.
but he still said, yeah, that I lie. I don't lie about this stuff. I don't.
Oh,
I
he
haven't
You
even
didn't.
told you guys about half of the crap that's going on because you guys would have done said, let's leave Pandora alone and get out of here. She knows too much crap. I told Mary 2 weeks ago that I was going to lose it because there's just too much in the box. I can't take it no more. And it ain't even those three. All the crap that I know, and these
Oh
people
my
act
god.
like I don't even have proof. I'm like, oh my God, don't have proof.
Hmm.
You know, and I don't even want to be that person. Why do you think Sweet Wheat gets so mad when I say I'm going to start putting stuff up? Because she knows I have a truckload of crap on a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people. I didn't go looking for it. Hey, Ducky, I didn't go looking for it.
Hi, Ducky.
People tell me I'm easy to talk to. I don't ever want to use anything on anybody. But after the analyzer thing, am I supposed to just not ever protect myself?
Of course, you're supposed to protect yourself.
I'm doxxed daily. I'm talked about at least on one channel every day. I don't know why. Probably because of Kansas. He never shuts up. And I
Well, because
just like,
okay, you saw that little short video I did on Kentucky Wi-Fi. It got over
mm-hmm.
2,500 views.
I know. I went over there to look at it and I was like, oh my God.
That's because honestly, your channel is sometimes hilarious. Okay, so it, you have to admit. I mean, come on, some of the things are funny. So, uh, anyways, what were we
Yeah.
talking about?
I don't know. But, I was texting with Richard before I went live and I didn't even know I was going to go live. I was telling him I was about to lose it. And he's like, no, you're okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, I'm not okay. And he hadn't went through one of those rounds with me. So yeah, he's in the chat and he's like, oh my God. When I'm saying stuff, and I'm like, yes. And then he's like asking me, do you like really have proof of that? And I'm like sending it to him and he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yes. I can't
Mm-hmm.
hold all this in anymore and I don't want to. I feel sorry for Antonio the entire time. Howie, that's the truth. And and then he came in and tried to attack me for her. And she's treated him like crap. crap if he's telling
Yeah.
the truth.
Hmm.
Absolute crap. And I'm like, dude, grow a pair, get out of the chat. Just, I can't even. You missed it, MX Big. I finally blew a blood vessel today. I already let it rip earlier for hours. It was bad.
Okay, I have to admit something. So when I finally had some time and I had to go back and rewind, I clipped a lot of that because it was good. It's like, oh
It's
no,
all
she's
right.
going to take this one down. I'm going to clip it now.
Yeah, they told me I should put it on private because it was some personal stuff, but you know,
Yeah.
I just couldn't deal with it anymore.
Well, I got
I
my
told them
answer
this.
though.
What'd you get?
Well, Evelyn has a thing for me.
She's got something going on for you. I don't know if it's a good thing. Do you,
Oh
Hallie?
God, I'm a little scared. Oh my God. Obsessive.
No, I'm on here big with Howie. I
No,
went
you were
live
live.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was live for hours. I lost it on the triangle. I literally about stroked out.
So they
It's
think
interesting.
that you need to be their secret keeper and keep all these crazy secrets quiet. And because if you don't, then you're breaking some kind of moral code with them. But they're breaking their own moral code, and that's okay.
Yeah, I want to be clear though. Honestly, Jeff was trying really hard to not break those boundaries and stuff. He really was. He probably got hurt more in this than anybody did because he is in love with her. So,
Well,
and I
fine.
didn't make videos about him. I put one up, but it was to just show.
They could
I
he
I
could be
said
in love
something.
with her, but he needs to wait until she's free, and he needs to wait until he's free. Right now, they're not free. Neither one is committed, and what they're doing is immoral, and it's not
I don't
fair.
know. Listen,
It's
I don't know what his situation is. I don't ever ask.
Well, we know what her situation is. She is taken. She is with a man. She's living with a man, sleeping with a man, in love with a man. So she is taken. She needs to fix that situation and get out of it so that she's free to be with him. But for
Well,
them to
see,
carry
maybe
on like
they're
they
like the
are,
Shanglu guy. I mean, the Shanglu guy offered
oh,
to
yeah,
buy
careful
me for
there.
$10. Did you see that in my comments? The
He's
Shanglu guy wants to pay $10 a day for me to come and be with them. I'm like, what?
Well, he just put out a video right now saying it's like $300 a month to join his cult.
Oh no, it's to be his sister wife thing.
Concubine. Oh yeah,
Ugh.
right. You think I'm going to pay for that? No, thank you. Oh, he's a little crazy. I thought he was
Well,
fine.
he's
And
been watching for a long time because he's like,
nothing about a cult.
dump Jeff and Evelyn and just come over here with me, and I'm like, no. What?
$10.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have a trailer big enough for the cult that he wants to have.
He's funny though because I think the guy really thinks that I'm thinking about it. Because I was mad one day and I was like, "You never know, dude. You never know." Because I was so aggravated with this stuff.
Well, I already saw MX Big. She was over there inquiring about
Hmm.
how much it is to join. It's like, wait
I
a minute,
know.
what now? Hold on.
Shut up, super. But no, I really just was about to go crazy. I'm really, and like the thing I put up for Jeff was to show him. Just a few days ago, I told him I was about to lose it over all this stuff. And that's what I was showing him in the text. Do you remember me saying this? I can't take this no more.
Yeah, it's getting messy. There's a whole bunch of things being said. And so I know my truth. My truth is that I have never put an ultimatum out there for you to choose friends. I've told you, I said, I think they're gross. And what I've said is, hey, you know what? I'll just take a powder. I'm gonna hang out over here. You guys have fun and chat, but I'm gonna make space so they can come and hang out and not feel aggravated by me giving them the stink eye. So that's I've made room for them. I didn't tell you to. Well, it's either you choose Evelyn or you choose me. And you make your decision because I'm not going to come around if, I don't do that. It's not who I am. I
Right.
just do my own thing and I express myself, and people are saying, "Oh, stop beating a dead horse." Well, I'm sorry. I've got a moral code and I just don't like what's going on here. So, I'll move aside. And I know that you liked them and they were your friends. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. I never have, never will. But I also know my truth and I know what I feel comfortable with. And I didn't feel comfortable with them being all kissy face and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's garbage. Just go be honorable with your significant others before you join forces together. We all saw that they were totally madly in love with each other. Fine, but do it honorably. Don't string Antonio along. It's just enough. That's my stance,
Oh,
but I
no,
never
no,
told.
no, 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 no. Listen, Antonio had said with his last marriage or something, when they divorced, or something, she was cheating on him with somebody, he says, and he wouldn't leave. So he stayed in the home with them and the kids while she was seeing somebody else.
That's not
She
right.
even, no, but he won't leave. What do you do when the dude won't leave?
Mm,
Yeah.
he's got
And then
problems.
he said that he sat outside after he met Evelyn. They had chatted for a while somehow. I can't remember. And then he said that he met her one time and then they kept chatting and she was depressed about some things. I don't know what. And so he kept showing up every weekend to see her and she wouldn't come out. So he just kept showing up every weekend and would just text her from the daggone driveway for 6 months.
Mm,
Who does that? And she wouldn't even come out.
oh my God.
And now here he is, 6 or 7 years later. sh- She's sitting in the garages and stuff to talk to Jeff. Now she won't come in. I mean, I don't get it. That's crazy. Me and Mary
Yeah.
have told him a million times the same thing over and over. Dude, she couldn't care about you if what you're saying is true. Yes, Big. He's he's dedicated. I give him that. Persistent.
Wait a
Six
minute. Wait a
months in a
second.
driveway.
Who are you saying stop backstabbing and stop being a bitch? Wait a minute. Who are you directing that to? I hope it's Evelyn because it's certainly not me.
No, that's what who she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
She don't like Evelyn at all. Probably not Big, but I know enough between the three of them to know that they all three are lying and they all three are
Wait,
victims and everything.
Nick's big. Pandora knows more facts than she ever wanted to know about those three. I mean, the amount of stuff that they told her is ungodly. It's like, why are you sharing all this information?
They shared so much, LB, that now that they have, I've shared a lot with them too, myself, about myself. So it ain't nothing people don't know though. But the thing is they've shared so much that now but all three have to jump and start screaming because they're
Why
afraid the
is
other one will find
Yeah.
out.
all Evelyn could start saying today, she was screaming that you're a liar. She said, she's lying. She's a liar. So what are you lying about? They dump all this information on you. What? And it's all in text. It's there in text. They're telling you what they're doing. So how is that a lie? How are you lying? I don't get it.
They do it in my chat. Were you in here, LB, the night in my chat when they were talking about sitting together in the vehicle?
No, thank
The
Were
God.
you,
couple there,
Howie?
and yeah,
Yes, and they make it to the back seat, and
Oh my God.
she's saying, Jeff, can you hold my hand? Can I sit next to you? Things like that. They've made it to the back seat, and I'm like, well, they're fornicating in the back seat now,
Oh my God.
and people were offended in the chat by it.
It's annoying. They're acting like 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds.
She's made a mockery of Jeff.
She has. He's lost all credibility. If you ever had a need to begin with, he's lost
He
it.
did. He did.
And I don't like Dana, but she's made such good points when she just called him out. He
Hmm.
has just, he has not been a friend to Gary. He's just, he let so much go on. And that was the whole point of the reason why I was emailing him back in December. Listen, I had reached out to Angie in November when she did her thing. I said, please don't
Hmm.
do this. I said, please rethink what you're doing. I said, come on. And she was such a bitch on wheels. She just wanted to go for the jugular. And why? Because of a false thinking that Gary had about you. This whole planting the seeds thing. I read everything that between you and Gary. There was nothing in there at all that was showing that you were some horrible person that was planting seeds for Gary.
Well, I've heard
That,
from Gary since then. I've heard from Gary in April.
yeah.
So, I mean,
And he said that you weren't to blame.
right.
But Angie needed you to be the scapegoat. She needed you to be the one who was, to blame for this whole thing. She wanted to pinpoint this on you, saying if he dies, she's blaming you. If anything happens to him, it's like, why is she doing this? Why? So I pleaded with her. I said, please don't do this. And then I emailed him in December and I said, hey, these are your two best buddies. Come on. Think about it. Please say something. Please stand up. Please gently say something to them to, snap them out of it. And so, here we are at the end of this whole thing. And I see that you're, praising them and, oh, you guys are my friends. And, oh, this is so nice. And I'm thinking, so now he has a voice. And Evelyn's very brave to say, you see, he's finally, he's able to say something. And I'm thinking, okay, now that it's safe for him to say something, he's finally saying something. But why? Because now his neck is on the line. Because now the attention is pointed at him. Now that he's on the outs with Angie, now he's defending himself. But he wasn't going to defend you back then because he had no concern for you ever.
Well, that
That.
text that I showed, that text LB that I showed, what Evelyn said to Gary, I guarantee that Jeff or one of them sent that to Angie, and that's what she believed. I'm not
Mhm,
taking up for Angie. I'm just saying that, okay, like, you know how protective I've been of you and
mhm,
your anonymity. And
mhm.
me and you have even gotten into it over it.
Yes, we
Okay,
have.
let's say we have pretty bad. And let's say somebody was bothering you and and I thought they were trying to get you to hurt yourself. Oh, I would be all over them too.
Mhm,
I would. So she probably thought I was saying or doing something to Gary. That part. This woman ought to know I would never call DCF on her or anything. I just don't understand that. But that part about Gary, maybe she thought that. Maybe she thought if she took up for Gary or whatever, that it maybe might make him feel better or something, I don't know. But if one of my friends was feeling that way and I thought somebody was trying to talk them into harming themselves, well, I'd be screaming at people too. And her and Evelyn and Jeff, I just don't know what they done then. No one told me about it or anything. When you all heard about it, that's when I heard about it. I
Hmm.
never knew anything. Those text messages that Evelyn was showing on her channel, they're from October, early October.
Yep.
Gary didn't even threaten suicide in my room until Thanksgiving Day, and how
Yeah.
he timed him out because we didn't think that was him because he was Gary W, but he came in as GJ, and I didn't see it at the time. Howie told me later.
They met in September. In October, she's vying to get into his inner circle. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she just went right in there. She just wanted to be like, you know, hooked up to his left hip immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It's like immediately she had to be in. It's a little bizarre to want to get in with somebody that quickly.
Well, I'll just tell you. Okay, so you all basically see, LB, you watched me for a long time, but we didn't communicate except comments and maybe an email or two until till mostly a lot of this stuff with Dana started.
Yeah.
And well, that's about the same time, really, because Dana started on me like July
Mm-hmm.
and was coming over and picking at Richard and stuff and me. And Miller was coming over too. So
Yeah. When was
Jet,
Glow? Glow was always in your room. Remember that?
oh, that was the winter before summer and fall and winter before
So that's when
of
I
19.
was. Yeah. So that's when I finally
You would
started to.
come in, yeah.
I'd come in and
You
say
would,
one word, hello.
yeah, you'd say hello or LOL, something like that.
Yeah, and that's pretty
But
much it.
yeah, but you knew all the other stuff that had went on,
And then your
and I'd
channel
see
went
you,
down. Your
yeah,
channel went
and
down, and I went to Glows. I said, "What happened to her? Where'd she go?" And I took it personally. I thought maybe she just blocked me.
uh-uh. No, I saw you in Molly's room a lot too, and I'd say hi, and that's
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
And then when you started coming back over and stuff, right after that, Evelyn shows up too, in September,
And I never saw
and
her before. I thought, who is
I
she?
hadn't either, because I don't watch all those bigger drama people, so I had no idea who she was.
Yeah.
And when I do watch some of the bigger drama that I watch now, I usually just say hi and good night. I don't
Hmm.
chat a whole lot because I'm too far behind. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So,
Me too.
Okay.
and I never paid attention that about her, and it was nothing bad. I just didn't know her, and so when she starts noticing Jeff, his voice and stuff, my email's there, and she starts emailing me that she needs to know who he is. She needs to give him her email, blah, 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 and all this. And when she starts emailing with him, she's telling him how much she loves me and loves my resilience, how much she's always supported me. And I'm like, uh,
Hmm.
okay.
She came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And she was even telling me how supportive she was of me and how much she loved me. And I was
Love
like,
bombing
well, that's,
you.
yes, exactly. And Mary was like, now, how do you know her? How much do you know her really? And I was like, why? She said, I've never seen her in here and stuff like that. But Mary had seen her other places because Mary goes to some of those
Hmm.
places.
Yeah.
And
Wasn't
I
she in
said,
the wasn't she part of the cross sword lady things or something like that?
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
She was a mod for Diane too. I think I
yeah.
remember seeing her in Diane. I didn't go to Diane's that much. Every so
But see,
often I
I
go.
never watched Diane. So
Hmm.
I really didn't. I wasn't into any of that. So, um,
I didn't like Diane
and
when they had a panel on you and they're making fun of you. I thought, screw that. What a bitch. And I told her so. I said, you're a bitch.
well, see, that they didn't even bother me. I heard about it when they done that, and I was like, I was in the mountains when they did that. I didn't
Hmm.
care. I'm telling you, that kind of stuff, I'm so done with that. That they're wasting their time and energy, and they are
Mhm.
really bored to be doing that. So, I never watched Diane anyway. So I think the only time I really watched her is when she was coming back after the St. Jude's thing, and I wanted to see how she handled it
Mhm.
because I know how I handled it, and it wasn't perfect, but she kind of let me down. I thought, yeah, she'll come back and she'll handle it and show what she done and didn't do, and she didn't. So I said, well, fiddlesticks, and I just didn't go back over.
Mhm.
But then anyway, she was love bombing me from the beginning, and she was telling Jeff and stuff that she just loves me, and then she was telling me that too in text, and I'm like, honestly, I met Jeff first,
Mhm.
and she was wanting loyalty from me when I'd already met Jeff first, and I'm like, uh. And then Jeff would always say, "What's this deal about loyalty?" Well, because I mean, there it was because you can't just slap loyalty onto somebody when
Did she
you
roll out some kind of
know.
friendship contract with you or something? I mean,
I
what the heck?
guess, but the thing is that she wasn't being loyal to me anyway when she was talking
Mhm.
to Gary. She was throwing me under the bus.
Yep. She really wanted to. She was an. There was an opportunity for her to get in with Jeff, so she had to get in with Gary to get in with Jeff. So she was playing the game, and she's well. I won't tell. What was that thing she wrote? I won't tell. Instead of saying no, I don't think so. Right. Well, let's think about it. That doesn't sound like her. I don't think she would do that. She was more like saying, well, you know, I don't think she what how did she phrase it? Something like it wasn't complimentary towards you. It was almost like she was kind of um admitting that it could be a possibility that that's something that you could do. Is the way I read it. Like, oh,
Hmm.
that's it's not so cool. Um she said I can't say one way or another or something like that. But he was coming up with these ideas on his own. Nobody was planting the seeds in his head except for him. You were very sweet and kind in your communications with him, and there was no phone call with Gary until after Thanksgiving when you got on Messenger with him to talk with him that way. But up
Hmm.
until then, it was just his introductory to you. Hi, here's who I am, blah, blah, blah. He likes your channel. And you were sweet back to him. There was nothing there that was mean or planting seeds of anything. I mean, you basically were the one who got sidelined and ran over on this whole thing because Jeff was not being honest about anything to anybody. And he had these two best friends, and he's got this woman who's falling in love with him, and he's totally avoiding everything. So you took the hit because Angie was jealous that Jeff now had was having fun in your room. Gary was getting jealous because he was realizing, well, Jeff's not spending the same time with me. Oh, he's over in your room. So you're the scapegoat. You're the one who got hit the worst with this because now you've got these two friends who are jealous of you, and you've got Jeff who's incapable of taking a stand and doing the right thing. And that's why, I've been on panels, more panels than I can say, just, wanting to push him off the fucking fence. It's like, make a decision, say something. And that's because I saw he was incapable of taking a stand. And he's saying, rightly so, that he was afraid for his friend and it was out of his league to do anything for him. And what do you do when you have somebody who's in that much pain? I felt for Gary. I thought, this is terrible. Oh my God, what he's going through. But I think that Gary put a lot of this on himself and he was laying blame on you unfairly and telling that,
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, LB. Okay, let's say that me and you are best friends. for years and years, like best friends. And we talk
Mhm.
every day, hours a day. And then I just meet this person I've known for a couple of weeks, and I tell them a big secret
Mhm.
that I'm seeing this guy and all this stuff. And then you're like, you hear about it and you're like, what? When did you start seeing this guy? Oh, a couple
Yeah.
of months ago. What? Why didn't you tell me? Well,
It's a
I don't
betrayal.
know.
It's a
Hmm.
betrayal of friendship.
Well, that's what happened. He told me about Evelyn
Mhm.
and didn't tell Gary. And I didn't even, God, I wish I never knew. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And, and, so that's what happened. And that's why he didn't like me when really he should have laid the hate towards somebody else.
Okay, and you know where I got upset with you about this whole thing. It's like, and I found that text. I said, "Look, see what I wrote in this text? You wanted me to go up on that panel and flirt with him, and it's like, I'm busy. I'm doing a facial. I'm doing my own thing. I don't have time to go up on the damn panel." And you're saying, "Hurry, hurry, hurry, flirt
I
with
tell
him."
everybody to hurry.
I know, and I was so annoyed.
I
It's like,
wanted him away from her. I did because
and you
she
see,
just wasn't good for him.
and
And
I didn't know all this, and and I said, I can't mess with he's a married man, I'm not interested. And I sent that text to you. I said, you see, here it is. And I was pissed at you because like 2 3 weeks ago you would announce to everybody in chat saying, well, I thought you liked him. And I said, no, I don't. I never said that.
well, we didn't none not like him. I don't mean like him like
I
that.
mean, I didn't
We,
hate the
you
guy,
know,
but I didn't, first of all, for me, everything's about logistics. It's like, okay, first of all, he's in, across the country.
do you see what KK's saying? She's right.
What? I'm not looking at that.
She says you have to be firm with Pandora about going up, about
You
not
do.
going up.
You
I
do.
know. Mary
So,
just ignores me. Heidi ignores me. They're all like, what did she say? Huh? Did she say something? Nobody listens to me anymore.
come on up. Come on up. Hurry, hurry. It's like, oh, jeez. And I've gotten roped into going up. But you know what? Yeah, I don't get roped in. I go up because I want to go up. So, nobody
And
can,
see, I
nobody
was
can,
getting told too that you were that you were emailing more than what you were too. Because I was asking Mary if she knew anything about it. Mary didn't know anything either.
there were four I looked at the 150 pings on the email that there were four emails that we had.
I was getting told you were sending quite a few emails.
Nope. It's
It cut me out. My internet was trying to drop. What did you
what
say?
well, the last one was Merry Christmas. The one before that was dust you off
I
and
know
pick
that
you up,
one.
because I think at that point it's like I fucking wanted to toss him off the fence. It's like, you bastard, you're being so you
So
just
the last one was Merry Christmas. I knew about that one.
the last one was Merry Christmas. The one before that was dust you off and pick you up. I think the third one, or yeah, the second one was something about sage. And it was like Angie was giving us some stupid advice. And it's like, he's got a dog. He's going to wind up poisoning his dog because she's telling him to do some kind of thing with sage. It's like, oh, Jesus. You're gonna poison your
I
damn
don't even
dog in
know
your
about that
house.
one.
And then the first one was hay. So there was four. That's like, see, I actually know the ones that. So the first one was hay, um, and that's where he asked me, "So what do you think about you and me?" And I said, "I don't." I said, "I said, listen, I'm not a flirt. It's Pandora's idea." I said, I'm not a flirt. I don't do well with trying to be a flirty girl. It's just not me. I'm more direct, and that's who I am. So anyhow, I don't even remember what we were talking about in that one. And it was like I said something, he said something back, and that was it. And then that night, okay, that first night, I looked at the ping backs and my phone's the ping, ping, ping. It's like he looked at the email like maybe about 4 or 5 times the first night. So he wasn't sharing that with Evelyn back then. and then again throughout the week, it's like ping, 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 ping.
She probably sent it to people too.
So,
It's in
so
telling who all's read it.
who I know, my God, it's been shared around. So the 100, how many times? Like 150 times or something. So, and I've checked out the logistics and the dynamics of pingbacks. So if you put an autoresponder on a linked email. So if you've got a BCC in there and it's got a code so that you get notified when your email is opened. If you put an autoresponder back on emails, let's say a vacation response. Let's say you've got Outlook or something. You put in a vacation response. I'm on vacation. I'm not. So every time somebody sends you an email, an automatic response goes back to that person saying, I'm on vacation. I'll be back on dot date. Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
there is no autoresponder that just pings back read receipt. I've looked, I haven't found it yet. I'm pretty tech savvy, but I have not. I mean, it must be some kind of code. He's not into computers, he doesn't know that shit. So I doubt it. Besides the fact that I didn't announce it until, so this is like what, November, December, January, February, March. I think finally by April, I said, "What the fuck?
Well,
What the actual fuck are you doing reading these emails? There's 4 fucking emails, and so far you've opened it 150 fucking times. What the hell's wrong
Maybe
with you?"
Antonio's reading them too.
I've got Jeff reading them. I've got Evelyn reading them. Probably Antonio. Probably Jeff's wife. Who the hell knows? Maybe his therapist. Maybe his best friend. I don't know. But we're talking about innocuous emails. There's nothing, ooh, baby, in them at all. It's just like nothing. So, yeah, it's stupid. It's so stupid. And then you've got Miller over there making this big whoop to do, making up stories. It's like, it's just so dumb. So
While
I
they're
said,
doing
well,
all their while they're doing all their, you know, whatever you call the three, whatever the triangle is doing, you got Miller over here talking about bullets and wolves and vampires. You're like, oh, geez.
no,
You
it's
know, you got to deal with the
craziness.
nonsense while the other ones are committing all the sins.
Right, right. So then, yeah, so all this is going on, and it's like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't care. I think you're an idiot. I think she's an idiot, and on the three of you are just carrying on with Pandora. Now I was getting irritated. It's like they're doing all this crap, and 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 I told you, I said, just tell them to back off. Enough is enough. But you were being nice. You're just overly friendly and taking it all in. Um, so so eventually, I finally announced it. It's like, hey, you know what? I know how many times, and then I did that stupid, sexy video. It's like, oh, yeah, I can't even do that. But it's just like, at a certain point, it's like, why the hell are you rereading these emails? So he shared the emails with her at a certain point. When did you find out that he announced that he was sharing everything with her? Was that like in February or
Oh
January?
no, he's been sharing everything with her since 2 or 3 months in by December.
By December?
I
Okay.
probably found out about January or something. Everything.
So that makes sense because if
From
you go
any
back and
email. Yeah.
yeah, so I basically then just went ahead and recorded all my logs of all the pings, all the pings I was getting on that email chain. So if you look back at it, you can see that how many times it was read. First of all, the first day or first night, and the next night it was like read, okay, 3, 4, 5 times, and then December was like, whoa, January, so many times. So now they're reading it together and over again. I'll never get that. I'll never understand how somebody could go back and reread these emails over and over again. I mean, they must have been really interesting. Unfortunately, I think they were boring. Nothing really, other than you know, I was traumatized actually when I was hearing what was going on with Gary. I was upset. You and I had talked about it. It's like, oh my God, what can what can be done? How can he get help? And then with COVID and feeling so helpless, it's like he can't get to a medical facility, or he's got to wait 3 weeks or whatever the hell it was. It's like, oh my God. So we were all devastated, traumatized by this whole thing going on. I mean, it's hard when somebody's hurting and in such a bad place, but yet,
Yeah.
you know, I can't even talk about it anymore. It's just too much. It was a lot. And then yeah, it was a rough time. November, December, that was a rough time for me too. I lost my friend. I was upset about that. And yeah, 2020 was a pretty bad ending to the year. So but I've never told you, and this is where Evelyn said today. She said, "Oh well, she told me that you were the one who gave her the ultimatum that I told her. Told you, you choose either Evelyn or me." I never said that. So,
No, they would say they wouldn't want to come back and stuff if you were there, that they were tired of being attacked and all that stuff. And I did tell them that I didn't want you to attack them. And sometimes they would say they were attacked, and I didn't feel that you attacked. Sometimes I felt like everybody attacked each other. I just
hmm
want everybody to coexist. And, well, you know, they can't.
to be honest with you, you told me things that it just broke my
Yeah, you
moral
don't want to
code.
be around them.
I don't
Yeah.
want to be around him. I knew too much. I knew too much, and you know what? I don't like being around people like that. If you're a good person, you know, if you live your life decently, I can hang with you. But if you're doing things that are just underhanded, I just, I can't hang around people like that. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that, I'm a saint. I'm just, there's a certain point where things that happen just make you feel gross and icky. It's like, ugh, you know. And I resented the fact that they were, Evelyn was saying that I had a thing for Jeff. It's like, are you kidding me? No, I don't. I just think both of you are disgusting. I don't want to be around you. So, yeah, so I wasn't hanging around your panel as much anymore because honestly, it's like, listen, I know you guys are friendly. I'll make room for them. I'll come and say hi, but, I'm not going to hang out too much because I just don't want to make it uncomfortable. Everybody's tired of it. Everybody told me, stop dragging the dead horse. It's dead. The horse is dead. Yeah, exactly. I'm tired of it too. I want to move on. I want to talk about things that, are exciting and make me happy. I don't want to be, it's just done. I was done, I was frustrated. I didn't like, I didn't like it when you said, oh, well, I thought you liked him. Like, no, I never told you I liked him. Stop it. So I was pissed. I was pissed at you. I think maybe you lied about me too. I mean, honestly. So that's where things get out of hand. But here's how I handle it. I talk to
What
you.
do you think I lied about?
I don't know because, um, well, okay.
And I'll tell you, in December, when all this stuff was going on, at one time, some people thought you were Lost Boy and
Don't even get me
Chad.
started on that.
Well, no,
Don't
I'm
even.
going to explain it to you, Chad. But
Fuck.
I
Yeah.
don't think
I'm
Chad
not
was in
Chad.
the. I've told Howie and Mary about this, and it was really at the time you didn't need to know
Mm-hmm.
because you would have went off half cocked and killed everybody. But and so I did talk to Jeff about it. Let's see. I don't know if it was December though that Chad happened. Was it Howie? Wasn't it a little bit later?
Just
No.
Chad.
Wait. Okay.
I'm
So
thinking early January. Yeah, it's like New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, Gary doxed me in Angie's chat. Remember, LB? And you sent me the
Mm-hmm.
screenshot. I remember
Yep.
where I was because I was headed home,
Mm-hmm.
and he put all kinds of info in there.
Yep.
And then came the chat account, I think, or Lost Boy. I can't remember.
And the
But anyway,
big deal on New Year's was Gary at midnight is going to become a new man.
Right.
okay. So the new person was like Lost Boy or something, and they were typing in chats a lot like Gary did.
Hmm.
Well, like a week or two after that, you came in pretty hot in one of the chats. I don't know who you were mad at, but you were
You
letting
woke me
somebody
up.
have it.
I was in bed. I was asleep, and I got a text. I heard that my phone go off, and they had attacked Mary in chat,
Oh yeah, they attacked Marie a lot during that
and
time.
I just lost it on this person. They attacked. Are you? It said, "Are you
Mhm.
dead yet?" And I
Yes.
wanted to kill him.
Aren't you, why
I
aren't
wanted to
you
kill
dead
him.
yet? That's what it
Yeah.
was. And you
Yeah.
went off, but later people were thinking you might be Lost Boy, and I don't know how Richard got to think that. You'll have to ask him because I've never really talked to him about it.
Hmm.
I know he tried to help Gary for a while too, and it backfired on him, but you know, that's all okay now. But anyway, so I started thinking, wow, she was typing really fast like that too, because Jeff was saying, she had that you had the same mannerisms and stuff. And I was listening to him, I'll be honest. And I was trying to decipher whether that was really you. And then this Chad website goes up, not website, but YouTube account goes up. And in the about thing, it has all of us doxxed, but you. It has LB as LB. The rest of us are doxxed. And that is the person that was supposed to tell Angie that he killed himself. Remember? I don't think you would do that. I
Mm-mm.
don't think you would tell somebody that they killed themselves.
No.
And after that, I started thinking maybe Jeff was the Chad person because he tries to impersonate somebody named Chad or something. Um,
Opperstein or yeah.
yeah, something like that. But now I don't even think it was Jeff because I don't think Jeff would do that either to make someone think someone's dead.
No, but I do think that Gary has friends that are very protective of him, and I think my honest opinion is I think Gary's behind a lot of this. My opinion is I think Gary is Chad. I think
And
Gary is
Spoof. I think Spoof done a lot too.
I think Spoof is a cohort. I think Spoof is behind a lot of this. I believe Gary's behind a lot of it, and he's got some issues and some problems, and I hope he gets help. But he is guilty of doing a lot of this to himself, and
And
he's
all
guilty
this,
of creating a lot of these accounts. It's
well, yeah,
probably
he
Gary.
he has emailed me and owned what he did do.
He admitted it.
And yeah. And so the thing is like, you know, I don't even, when all that stuff was going on with me, I didn't respond to those people. I didn't hardly ever. And it wouldn't be much if I did on a panel. But
Mhm.
I was not ever really thinking clear. I wasn't. That was on my mind. I was like, why are these people doing this? I didn't know at the time. I didn't know what Sweet Wheat was saying in that Discord at the time till a little bit later. And I was like, my God, when I saw it. But I wasn't thinking, I wasn't sleeping right. And at certain times, I've even thought Howie was doing me wrong. He did this time, but I'm talking about before. Everybody. I thought Mary was at one time. You know that time because you helped me through that time.
Mhm.
I just I've just had trouble trusting here lately because of all that stuff. I really have.
Yeah, there's people that really want to mess with your life. They keep interfering and they keep wanting to bring you down. And one of the things that they will do is they will try to chip away at your friends. And so, you know, listen, I got really pissed because this Lost Boy thing was bullshit. It's like, fuck all of you. This is stupid. I'm not into this, but I will certainly keep my sights on these people. And I was like white on rice on Gary. It's like, you want to fuck with me, Buster? I'm after you. I will find everything I know about you. You know, um, don't fuck with me because I will find you and I will make your life a living hell if you come after me. So I'm very protective of my life. I don't share things with people unless I really know you, and so that's why people are really interested in finding out who I was. But I'm a private person, and that's the way it goes. So I take offense to anybody who really comes after me, um, and I'll just I give it back harder and stronger, and I will make you really sorry that you ever wanted to come after me. So these people don't know who they're messing with when it comes to me. I don't fear people either. So it's I'm not one person who runs away from people. I stand up to people. I'll come right at you. I'm not the
Yeah.
kind who will talk about you behind your back and say things. I will tell you to your face what I've got a problem with. I will confront you. I will, if I need to go to you personally and email you or talk to you, I will. Um, that's how I handle it. I don't need to create alt accounts and hide behind a false name. It's like, nope, this is who I am. You know me as LB or my other LB account, so that's it. That's who I'm at, who I am. Um, but it's so much bullshit with all these things going on. So yeah, you and I have fought and we worked it out, but it's like it's nothing that I want to go and expose you for doing this and that. It's like, fuck, man, you pissed me off. Don't do this. What the hell? you know so but that's what friends do. You fight and you work it out. And I told you, it's like, look, I'm pissed, but I'm not going to be pissed for long. I'll get over it. But you need to know. You need to know I am pissed. Don't do this. So, or it's like, if you got to do something, tell me you're going to do it so I'm not blindsided by it.
I didn't go at Jeff today because Jeff, I don't know what his role is and stuff, but as far as like anything that I know, he's been kind to me for a very long time this time around, And I just didn't want to go after him it and show things he said. So they can do whatever they want to do. I'm just I think Evelyn is bad for him. I told him that many months ago, and I don't know. I mean, there ain't nothing else I can do about it. He loves her. He can't help who he loves. You know.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't help who you fall in love with, and but you have to do it with good intentions. You can't be secretive and hiding. And they really started out by hiding it and saying, we're just friends. We're just friends. And then it's, oh, he's my best friend. Oh, she's my best friend. And then it's like, she's always loyal to me. And then it becomes, well, I
Well,
love her.
yeah, but see, the other night Friday night I was busy with family, and she was telling me he was a piece of crap, and that he had not even discussed anything with her. She didn't know why he was doing that, and maybe it's Saturday night because he had talked to Dana and stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He doesn't have to clear anything with her, And no, he's not a piece of crap. And I was mad because really I didn't know why we were talking about him. And number two, you want to tell me somebody that I really do like Jeff. I don't like that he came in here trying to take up for her. I don't. Because I always said he was my buddy. Like Howie was my best friend, but Jeff was like my buddy. Someone I could pick on, laugh with, talk stupid stuff. And I just don't think she's good for him at all.
Yeah. No, she's not, because she's too controlling
And
and
if
she's done
Antonio
it the
is
wrong way.
okay with, yeah, if Antonio's okay with all the things that she does, then she's perfect for him. But she's not good enough for Jeff.
Well, it's their life. They've got to live it. But, you know, I don't
Because
care what you do.
you got to remember, I try to exclude the whole thing that they have other people, okay?
Hmm.
I really do. Antonio came in and he's like, months ago, he's okay with it. I have never heard Jeff's wife. I've never
Yeah,
heard
what's
Jeff's
up with
kid.
that? We've never
Well,
heard
I
from
mean,
her.
I I don't think he calls me while she's around or anything. I think he does that out of respect for everybody. I don't know. I don't hear her. I don't ask about her. I don't do that. It's none of my business. But the thing is, you know, whatever his situation is, Evelyn's not good for him. It is an emotional relationship. She's about killed him. He used to
Hmm.
be the funniest guy in the world to be on panel with. And he's been depressed. He's talked about depression. It's okay to talk about it. He wasn't depressed till he met her, though.
Oh, I thought he had seasonal affective disorder before he met her.
Well, he may have the year before, but I'm saying I met him like late August, early September, and we were on panels and stuff, and he was funny. He was
Hmm.
starting to be funny again. I'm telling you, LB, if we laugh together, she gets mad.
Yeah,
She'll
she
put
was
in
very confused.
hearts. She'll put hearts in the chat and say, "Oh, it's so good to see you two on panel together again." And then an hour later, chew him out for being on my panel.
Hmm. Yeah,
You
I
can't
think I
do that
showed up in his
stuff.
room. I showed up in his room a couple times, and I remember she was there, and then she took a powder. She left, and it's like, oh, okay, that was weird. She's gone. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
very jealous, you know. It's
Yeah,
like,
got mad because Gwen went up on panel with them.
mm-hmm.
I mean, and like the other day when I was up on his panel, she's like, "Well, Jeff, don't you need to get a nap? Don't you need to go? You need to get some sleep." And I'm like, "Okay." I didn't ask to come up. He asked me to come up.
Hmm.
And all these people that surrounds all this, they wanted us all to get into it because guess what? We had planned to discuss that Discord and exactly what happened and the evidence that is there. So now Sweetweed's probably
Yeah.
just sitting back laughing her ass off because that didn't happen. And that's the setup I think that took place, Howie. And somehow it involves Sarah.
Could be two. Yeah. Could be both. Could be, one. Yours
Well,
sounds right too.
Sarah's upset because of what? Why is Sarah upset?
Oh, she's not even upset. She I don't even know. She just wanted to stir up trouble between everybody. She wanted me and Howie mad.
So, in the text messages that she released today, she was upset because it looks like you had talked about her.
Her belief is that the entire reason I started talking to her was to get information about her to give to Michelle and Richard.
So, Richard had some kind of grand plan to go after Sarah?
No, no. One day she was going at him pretty hard. I told her, I said, if you don't stop, he'll go after you. And she's like, after me, what do you mean? Well, I mean, every time he's on panels, she rushes into the chat and starts calling him a racist, a bigot, all this kind of stuff. Every single time he's on someone's panel.
He
What I
gets
mean by
himself in
going
so much
after her,
trouble.
he does. But listen, he don't ever bother her. And that day he was like telling her he didn't believe she was a veteran or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
And he was getting on to her some. And I told her, I said, well, you're just going to get more of that. That's what I mean. Going after her doesn't mean he's going to hunt her down and kill her.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
it don't mean anything like that. But Richard isn't going to sit and let somebody just constantly sit and pick at him either. Just like the same way Kansas was doing that crap to him.
Hmm.
He called Kansas out and made Kansas look like an idiot. The idiot he is. People think if you say you're going to go after somebody on here, you're going to go hunt them down. No, He would have just
No.
kept calling her out. Huh, Howie?
Oh, I was just no. It means you're going after him. I mean, it's not hunting him down. It's just simple. It's just
I don't. No, I don't do real life stuff. These people are being told I do real life things and stuff. I don't do that. But also, Antonio told things to me and Mary. He told Mary first, like a month before I found out things about Evelyn. He should have never told anybody. He should have never. And then Mary told me because she just couldn't hold it. It was too much.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, when hear something so horrible, it's like you almost need to release it to somebody because it's just too much to keep on your own, in
Mm-hmm.
your own heart, in your own head. It's sad, when you get news like that. And it wasn't done out of maliciousness to tell that. It's just, oh my God, it's concern. It's like, I have this news, and it's, you have to really think about, why would somebody release that information to somebody on YouTube unless he really wanted to. Maybe he had an ulterior motive to get the news out so that she would be shamed and would get off of YouTube because she would be ashamed of the news that was released. I think that was his ulterior motive, is to get her off of YouTube.
Me too.
And so I think, and then we found out that he was the mysterious emailer that was sending Jeff nasty emails. So Antonio has been doing all these passive aggressive moves behind the scenes to
Mm-hmm.
interfere with their developing relationship. The poor guy has been somewhat disabled and being able to take a stand. And yeah, I mean, a normal guy would say, "What the fuck? Get away from my this! What are you doing? This is my woman. Hey!" And he would have confronted her, said, "Choose, stay with me or get out." Um, I have a hard time understanding how a man can let his woman do that, go off and have this emotional affair, which is developing into, as you know, what was more than that. So,
Oh yeah.
as they've told you everything.
Well, he told me things.
They've told you too much. They should have kept their mouth shut. It wasn't for them to reveal everything. I mean, why would they do that? Why would they tell you all their
My
secrets?
computer's buffering. Am I still here?
You're still
yes,
here.
Hello. Yoo-hoo.
Kentucky
you're here.
Wi-Fi. Hello.
Mm,
Hello.
I'm here. Hello.
Yes, we
Kentucky.
hear you.
Calling Kentucky.
Kentucky. Yeah, so he would tell me that he looked at her phone while she was asleep and stuff. It
Hmm.
just was nuts.
Yeah.
I
Very
don't know
sad.
why they ever brought that to YouTube, but he brought it too because he came into the chat.
Yeah, they did. So how many? So he came to the chat and announced it. She went to Diane's and announced it. And apparently Jeff had encouraged her to go to Diane's, so they wanted to do this.
Oh.
And then they had the follow up chat in your forum. That was the third time, and then there was a follow up. So 4 times they've gone up and talked about their personal relationship.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. I really don't. I would keep that so private. I wouldn't discuss that with anybody. It's just too private. It's your personal relationship. You keep that sacred. I wouldn't do that.
there's 17 people here and nobody will even ask us a question.
Oh,
Oh.
screw it. They're all listening in
I
on it.
know, but
This is a private
Howie,
phone call. Get off the line. This is like a party line. How we remember party lines?
I do.
Can't believe that phone systems were set up that way. You'd have to wait. I remember when I was a kid, it was the very end of party lines, and I'd pick up the phone. It's like, I wonder if anybody's on the phone right now. Michelle, you were too young for that. You wouldn't know.
Hmm.
Well, I think we're all just like gobsmacked at how crazy this whole thing is. You know, so, but it's hard to throw away friends, and I just don't do that.
Well, Jeff's the one I hate that I lost.
Well, that's been so fractured. I don't know if there's any
I know.
repair for that,
I know.
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I
I
know. I
just
just he just takes up for her, and he really shouldn't. She never really takes up for him.
Hmm.
yeah. Well, I never thought I would say it, but Dana came through like a champ, just laying it all out for him, and she was right. And it was what I've said back in December. It's like, you do need to take a stand. You're in the middle of this. And he was frozen. He was unable to do the right thing. I mean, I understand he was there for Gary, and I appreciate that. But what he wasn't doing is he wasn't looking at what was being directed at you unfairly. You had no part in planting seeds, but Evelyn kind of was. She's saying she wasn't, but mm, she was an opportunist. She saw an opportunity to be friendly with Gary. She even joked about it. It's like, what was he thinking, letting us be friends together? You know, because they both have that same kind of weird dynamic where they take everything that you say and they flip it around and turn it upside down and fold it and try to interpret what you said. And, well, did he mean this? Did he mean that? You know, and they're very weird about that. So she was happy to get involved with Gary, and if it meant she had to say something to encourage his thoughts, that wasn't very kind of her to do to you when she's telling you and she's telling Jeff how much she loves you. She was love bombing you, saying how, you know, I would think I would be in the chat with her and she was defending you so fiercely. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, strong woman. Wow, it's fantastic. But I mean, she took it to the extreme with this whole thing with Jeff. Just really campaigning to get right in there. I mean, can't you let things develop slowly? I mean, what was her rush? I mean, to get in the inner circle, I would never do that. It's like you've got your friends, you go, you do your
Who
thing.
wants to be in the circle with Angie anyway, you know?
That's what I couldn't figure out.
God.
This group looks great. Come on, Jeff. You got Angie and Spoof and some of the neatest people here.
Mm. What about Howie? What are you saying, Super Serial?
I'm a dingbat. That's
He's
what he
calling
said.
you. He's calling you a dingbat.
He did.
I thought he was calling me a dingbat.
No, he said, what about Howie, you dingbat?
The biggest dingbat is Dana. She's a dingbat, but she came
Okay, so
through.
listen at this. I want to read this. LB, you've heard this. This is Antonio. He says, but then I looked at her phone the next day and she was exchanging I love yous with him and telling him she was upset because I was hurt. I don't get the bipolar crap with her. So I stewed on it a few days, then decided to look this morning to see if it was if it was daily, and saw the new text and almost came unglued, like I was hit in the chest with a bat.
Mm-hmm.
I woke her up and confronted her. I was very upset. We argued and she started packing. Then I calmed down and she calmed down and we talked. That was just the night before last. Things are still pretty up in the air. I have a lot of things on my mind. He was talking about rubbing and kissing
Oh,
his hurt. What?
what
What?
Super said. Well, just what Super said. Go on.
And if she and if she was there, he would be distracted from the pain at least for the night. And her saying for him to submit to her and him saying they will become one. That's not
Oh.
friendship. Mhm.
That's the
He
back
was
cover of a
telling me
Harlequin romance.
he was saying that he would come become unglued and he called me at that point. That's when I thought he was going to get really
That's
upset. He
when
was
he was
really
gonna lose it.
upset.
And then that's
Yeah.
when I put out that video of Richard Gere hitting the guy over the head. He just was in such a jealous rage. I thought, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, he's gonna
I know.
lose it."
And
He's
me
oh,
and you, LB, were the bad ones because he did get upset. And I don't blame him, to be honest.
people have done this time and time again. They get into a jealous rage and they kill somebody by accident because of their rage. And I was worried for him too, thinking, "Oh my God, he's getting, she's such an idiot. What is she doing? She's stirring up some kind of jealous rage into this guy." And then he's, "No, no, I
Hmm.
never meant that. I never meant that. Stop, stop." It's like, I don't know. I'm too involved in this. I don't want to be.
Well, no, Super, I've already lost Jeff. I was just hoping it would wake him up a little bit to the fact that he don't need to put up with that stuff. But if he does, he does.
What do you mean, am I taking any medicine, super cereal? Do I sound drugged? It's the middle of the night. I'm tired. I've got a retainer in my mouth. I'm somewhat lisping with a stupid freaking retainer. Shut up already. Oh my God. Super cereal, are you taking any medication?
Super.
Oh, you care. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know what that looks like anymore.
Yeah, we don't know on here. Everybody hates everybody.
Everybody's been going at each other all day long. I turn around and before I know it, it's like, "Oh my God, somebody else put out a video. Oh my God, there's another video. 2 minutes later, another video." It's like, wait a minute, I haven't finished the first one. Oh,
You know how I am when I get upset and it's time to just let it fly. It flies.
I said, "Mary, get her off the internet. Stop it."
Oh, is that why she called me? She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm coming unglued myself. What are you doing?" She's like, "Take a few deep breaths, would you? Just stop a minute." And I was like, "Okay, what's up?" She's like, "Have you talked to Howie?" I was like, "No, and I'm not gonna."
Oh man, what a day.
It's been crazy.
You're gonna get through this. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I mean, I don't even know what to do for these people anymore. These people that just want to sit and record us and then they stir up stuff. And then the people behind the scenes that want to love everybody and they want to be loved by everybody and they want to fornicate with everybody. I can't help those people anymore. I just can't. I don't know.
I don't think you saw the one of the ones I thought was bad. It was bad. It was just directed at me.
What?
They were acting like we're in a theater one time. And they're in the back. They were starting to make out with the popcorn and all that stuff, doing their little things. I kind of typed in chat and I'm going, I'm so glad I'm in the middle row and you guys are behind me. Wasn't just like we're right in the front row. Like, ew.
Hmm.
Like, we're making sure you see me.
That's just gross. I mean, come on. Is he 15 or is he 40 whatever, It's like god. His son is more mature than he is. Honestly, the two of them together, it's just like little teenagers. You're old people, act like it. Oh god.
I do think they made each other feel younger, though. I do because
Yeah.
it livens something up in them, something I don't need to see.
I know there's just certain personal things we just don't need to know about. It's like go have fun, enjoy yourself, but don't tell us. We don't need to know.
I think that she enjoyed Antonio coming into my room the very first time and confronting Jeff. And then Antonio said he had made email accounts that Jeff didn't know to intimidate Jeff. What kind of messed up thing is that? Like, why are
Hmm.
you trying to mess with Jeff? Well, because he doesn't respect me and my wishes. Well, no, he don't. He wants to be with your girlfriend. And you said yes. I've told him that a million times in private. You said it was okay.
He
He
told
has
all of
never.
us it was okay. He
He
admitted.
told everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Howie was on panel with us some too during that.
And he was,
And
yeah, and that's when he said it makes life even easier and better for me. I have more time for work. He did. He said those things.
hmm
It's called Share a Girlfriend.
I could put it back up if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, would you stop taking your videos down? It's really hard to keep up.
Well, they voted tonight that I take that one down.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, she was encouraging him to talk to Dana, and I'm like, don't go up there. Oh, well. And I was right.
Hmm.
You don't go up with Dana unless you've been up with Dana and you know the ropes. But he had to go because the girlfriend said to do it.
Yeah, there was no winning on that one. Dana won that
Well,
one.
and then she was like acting like to Jeff that she was blocked and couldn't defend him, and she wasn't blocked because she was in there flirting with Super after Jeff left. So that was a lie.
The problem with that, yeah, the problem with the Dana angle is that Dana knew more. She knew the inside story for months now, and remember, this whole thing has been played out where, uh, uh, you know, Dana admitted she knew more about what was going on than she let on, and that's what
hmm
Jeff really wanted to know about. He wanted to know, what did she know, because there's been a lot of lies, a lot of protecting
But
behind the
she offered
scenes.
to tell Jeff that LB in private, as long as he wouldn't put it on YouTube. And she didn't want, and Evelyn don't want him to talk to her privately because
Mhm.
she's a female.
It's so
That's what
stupid.
it's all about. And Dana's not going to take anything from him. I mean, they would just be conversation.
Well, he could have had Evelyn on the phone call, so it would have been a
No,
yeah.
Dana don't want to talk to her like that.
Mhm.
I don't think. I mean, Jeff is the one that was trying to reach her. She says she doesn't harass Dana, but if Dana feels harassed, then Dana was harassed. I know. I was done that way for 5 months,
Mhm.
and that's how I felt.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't just sit and do this stuff to people all the time. Evelyn starts making these videos out of the blue about Dana every day. And you know, I'm not Dana's big buddy. But stop trying to get apologies out of her for something she said about me. If Dana wants to give me an apology, then let Dana come to that conclusion on her own.
Yeah.
That's not all I meant, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't force people to want to apologize and stuff. And when we're on here, we don't always remember every word we've said. Like when people clip me and it's from a video a couple of months ago, I'm like, did I really say it like that?
Yeah, we've got our own channel with all our greatest hits right there. I like
Yeah.
doing that. Oh well. So anyhow, it's probably like in the middle of the night, and I have to
Yeah.
be up super early, which I'll probably sleep in. I think I'm feeling better. I don't think I've got the COVID. I think it's just a summer cold, maybe.
I hope you don't have COVID.
No, I don't have COVID. If I had COVID, I would be feeling those symptoms, and I don't feel anything. I felt just like a cold and tired,
And they
and I had a
eliminated
headache.
COVID.
Maybe those are symptoms of COVID. Headache, tired, no appetite,
Yeah, that's kind of
coughing.
some of the symptoms. Yeah.
I think those are also symptoms of being a vegan.
You got a bad tummy ache from all those stupid sauces you tried. You had the sauce revenge this morning. Yeah, you never put tartar sauce on chicken. Come on,
They
what's wrong
gave me
with
the
you?
tartar sauce. If they give you the tartar sauce, you got to try the tartar sauce. That's
You
how it works.
you know what I really miss? I do miss going to those English fish and chips restaurants, getting that big long uh, fish, that fried fish. Oh, those are so good
A
with the French
halibut one.
fries.
Ooh.
Ugh. Yeah, that you can't make into. You can't do the breaded dough and the bread dough and put that over like tofu. Just that just doesn't work. I do miss. Yeah, what it was cod. You know, you get
I
the
always
fish
like the
and chip.
halibut's really good when it's done
Oh
that way.
God, I do miss that. But I can't because you know what? It's just yeah, there's mercury in fish and worms and oh,
And I
never
think we
mind.
had a step down.
We had to step down.
Yeah.
Oh, is she gone?
I don't know. I don't picture her stepping down without saying goodbye, so probably an internet thing.
Oh, Kentucky Wi-Fi speaks again. Okay, maybe she'll type in the chat.
Oh,
Thank you, Subra. I hope I feel better too. Oh, but I do love tartar sauce. I haven't veganized tartar sauce yet. That's one thing I haven't done.
it has like egg in it or something, right?
Hmm?
It has like egg.
Yeah, it's got egg in it. You can't eat eggs, so. So you and Pandora worked it out, hopefully.
I We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. I didn't see you as doing anything treacherous.
Well, if she's still listening, what I've been wanting to say, because she said, I did. I said she does lie, or she is sometimes she lies, right? Something like that, right?
We all tell
And
white
then
lies.
she came back and said, I don't lie about all that stuff. I was like, well, no, not all that stuff. But to say a person never lies is also not true.
True.
Because the follow up was everybody lies. And then I get blocked and I don't see Sarah again for about a week. It's where I
I
was going to
wonder
give
if
the
she blocked
examples.
me. She may
Hmm?
have blocked me last week.
And that's when I was going to give examples of simple stuff, like just simple stuff that are, even when Kansas was up and, just simple lie. Like if Kansas said, she says she lost 80 pounds. Kansas says, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. She steps on the scale and she lost 79. So Kansas gets to call her a liar, right?
Right. That's stupid.
No, that's 80 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the stuff I talk about is everybody does those. You round it up, you make yourself look a little better, you make a
Yeah,
story a little funnier.
my driver's license had my weight since I was like 25 years old. So finally I thought, well, I should probably change my weight and, add my real weight to it. I lie on my driver's license. Like, screw that. I'm not putting my real weight.
Thank you, KK. I can't either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good friendship. You don't throw friends away just because you're mad at them. You yell at them. You tell
What
them,
I'm interested in is she said she knew something was coming a couple days ago.
what does that
Did you
mean?
catch that?
Yeah, I know. I don't, what does that
That
mean?
means Sarah said something already to somebody that got back to her, is all it means to me.
Huh.
Which means it was, something's happening there. I don't know what that was.
Well, yeah, the videos have been flying.
Well, it seemed pretty organic, but this one seemed like it just happened, right? May have taken her a few days to make it, but it's not like she had to talk to people either about how to do it. She just did it, right, on her own. Whether it took an hour or 3 days or whatever, it was
Hmm.
all her.
Well, Sarah's pretty adamant about how she feels about Richard, and I guess you know she feels like she's being lied to. And that's what it's like. Well, what did she lie about? What did Pandora lie about? Pandora saying, I didn't lie about anything. So I don't know. I can only speak from my truth. It's hard for me to keep up with everybody's stories and their sides because it's their stories and their sides. I know my side. I can speak from my perspective very clearly, but trying to keep up with everybody else's, it's like, oh, it just goes right over my head sometimes. Like, okay, what did you say? Huh? What? So,
Yeah.
well, she's not coming back.
I don't know. Either way, I know it's late for both of us too, right?
Yeah, it is. It's like,
So, and we've had a
so
good. It's been a
I miss your
almost
Granny
3 hour
Fig
show.
channel. I know.
The what?
I miss the Granny Fig channel. It was
Oh,
fun.
she's buried for a while.
She's buried. Oh boy, we buried her in the backyard.
Yeah, I just hid it just because, mostly because I don't go over there and look,
Yeah.
and I don't know what people are doing in the comments and stuff. I mean, I don't know unless I go in there and look. I don't know if people are just going to,
Don't you get
creating all
email
kinds of
alerts?
fuckery.
Don't you get an
No,
email?
no, because it's an email I don't use. I made up an email just for the state channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might as well take it down if you can.
So I'm like, I'm not looking at this thing, and there's nothing in there. It needs to stay up, so I'll just
Right. So,
hide it. And if I need to bring it back, I bring it back. It's not a big deal. It's.
yeah, that's true. All right. Oh, listen, I will talk to you later. And good night,
Okay.
everybody in chat. Good night, KK, Super,
Good
um,
night, y'all.
Pandora, if you're listening. All right. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.